love this intro song so much. There's a reason it's the, well, song that I'm using for the intro for this Let's Play. But anyway, hey guys, it's Kyle. Welcome to Let's Play Mega Man 3, the final in the original trilogy. If that's not obvious enough. Now, there is a bit of a story to Mega Man 3. Apparently, after Mega Man 2, Wily went to the good side and helped out Dr. Light, and they were building some sort of giant peacekeeping bot or something, named Gamma. However, out of nowhere, 8 more Robot Masters showed up, under the leadership of a man named Breakman. So, let's get right into this, and take them out again! And we're starting off with Hardman. We're already starting off with a phallic name. That is just perfect. Now, technically speaking, the real order you should start with is Top Man first, but you can take Hardman out easily enough with the Buster alone that you don't even really need to. Start off with Top Man, even though he's going to be next in the weakness order, so. Now, the bees right here are actually a really good opportunity for some slowdown, but that's not what I should be talking about. Hold up a minute. Let me see if I can find his bio. I wrote it down somewhere here. Ah, here it is. Hardman. Hardman is made of ceramic titanium and he weighs almost 3 tons. Good points. He's a hard nut to crack. Bad point. He's a lazy bones. He likes sumo wrestling and he dislikes swimming. And I gotta say, I completely am there with him on that, because I could not swim for crap. Now, introduced in this game is actually, even though we've already seen him in Mega Man 6, this was where Rush was introduced. Rush is Mega Man's little robotic dog companion that Light created for some reason. He's really the replacement for the items from Mega Man 3, Mega Man 2, and a bit more useful, especially in this game. One of his abilities is practically broken. And also introduced in Mega Man 3 is the slide. Press down in the jump button, I believe. Is it the jump button? Yes, it is the jump button. To do a slightly quicker method of travel that can be used to get through can be used to go through certain shortcuts. By the way, the monkeys are quite annoying. Hi, Me-Tools, or Met-Tools, or Metals, or what are these guys' names? There's like 3 different versions. There's Me-Tools, Metals, and Metars. I've always called them Metars because of Battle Network, but I've been playing too much of any given series recently. E-Tanks are the exact same from the last game. They restore all your energy and health. Fairly useful. Very, very useful. And now it's time for us to finally meet Breakman. In certain stages, 2 of which are actually in this video, you'll fight him. This is actually the hardest one just because, well, all he really does is jump and shoot. He's jump and shoot, man! Oh wait, no, that's X. But this is the hardest one that you can fight him in the main 8 stages because of the platform in the middle, which makes his jump somewhat awkward to avoid. Every other one, though, is pathetically easy. Hi, generic big enemy that does a ton of damage. They'll never be as bad as Mega Man 1, but will take us through their health. Anyway, let's fight Hardman now, shall we? Now, Hardman's pattern is to shoot 2 of his weapon at you, the hard knuckle, jump on the ground, in which will cause a shockwave that he won't be able to move, even in the air somehow. Thankfully, that shockwave also affects him. Basic strategy to him is to dodge his basic attack and just shoot the crap out of him because he's pretty much a Puric boss. He'll lose a lot of health in the process, but he'll be doing more damage to you than he'll be doing to you at any given moment. Fairly easy to start off with. And now it's actually time for one of the most famous victory themes or get a weapon themes in Mega Man history. This theme right here. This would actually become a Mega Man's Cruds theme in Marvel vs. Capcom. And now it's time for us to head on over to the guy that you really should start off with, Top Man. Top Man. Equipped with an auto-balance system, Top Man can spin very rapidly. Good point, he's at wheel greasing. Bad point, storytelling. What? He likes ice skating, but he dislikes bad dancers. I know that feeling. Now, the thing is about Top Man stages, first off, what the hell is this background? Is that all cannabis? It's quite, odd. And the thing is, in the 16-bit remake for the Sega Genesis that Mega Man's 1 through 3 got, Mega Man the Wily Wars, even though us in America never got it for some odd reason, this stage got a complete revamp. New backgrounds and an awesome remix of the song. Whether or not you'll hear that the Mega Man 3, The Wily Wars, Top Man music, you could probably just look it up, but I might be inserting it for the boss rush theme. I'm not too sure at this point. And now we have to fight Garfield. Why? I don't know, and considering I like cats, this is kind of painful to shoot. Luckily, Garfield is no problem. Now, where's a Robot Odie? That would be kick-ass. I don't know, technically speaking, we already got a Robot Odie in 2 in Woodman stage, that giant blue dog that can take out pathetically easily with metal blades, and whoa, Mega Man was walking in the middle of the air right there. That is weird screen warp issues. Oh, not even really screen warp, just transition failures. Well, I do screen warp. I can think of a few things to do with that. I can think of a few things to do with that, Trebek. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention earlier is that these guys are right up, like at the top of the screen right now that are shooting at the tops. They are actually very effective ways to grind for lives and such, because the drills. They're not, no drill man's out until Mega Man 4. The tops they shoot out actually infinitely spawn, so yeah. And these tops right here are a bit finicky in terms of the way you have to platform on them. It's best to jump actually when you're on the left, because the way the transition will go, you'll end up killing him on the... You'll end up jumping off on the right, but it's not that hard. Anyway, I'm kind of ashamed to say that I actually died a couple times here at the Top Man, as we'll notice by the effective decrease in Hard Knuckle. Hard Knuckle is rather useless as a weapon, actually. Because, aside from the bosses that's weak to, because the bosses that are weak to it are really weak to it, it's not that useful, because it ends up being very fast, but it starts off so slow that it'll most likely miss. And that's actually all Top Man does. He will just send 3 tops in the air, send them at you, and then moon spin all the way to the other side of the room. But for beating him, we get his ability, Top Spin, the first melee weapon in the series, and it's pretty much useless except for the bosses that it's weak to. Then again, melee weapons have never been that good in Mega Man. The only one that's good that comes to mind is the one from 7, whatever Slash Man's weapon was called, and the one from 8. Crash Man's weapon in 5, or was it Crash Man, or whoever was in Charge Man's weapon in 5 is especially not that useful. And now we're in Shadow Man stage, which has a kick-ass theme, mind you. Shadow Man, a robot created after a Japanese ninja. His Shadow Blade is coated with a special and deadly liquid. Good point, flexibility. What? Bad point, impulsiveness. He likes to surprise others, and he dislikes obvious tricks. And now it's another fight against Breakman. See how easy he is? He's just jumping and shooting. This guy is a threatening to the world? But anyway, for those who are veterans of the series, you might already recognize him, but please don't spoil that unless... Well, then again, it's not really much of a spoiler considering he's in every game after this. In fact, he was in Mega Man 6. And 7. But just first, we don't know who he is yet, so I'm not even gonna say it. For some reason, the strobing effect that those robots at the top are making, which you can kill by the way, is really slowing down the game on my emulator for some reason. I don't know what's causing it. Is it that radical of an effect that it can cause the game to slow down overall? I love this song so much. Then again, Mega Man 3, I can say, while not as good as 2's music, has a lot of good music to it. But no song will ever be as popular as Dr. Wily Stage 1. Considering all the fan remixes that's gotten. Now, if you have Magnet Man's weapon, this is actually a pathetically easy section, but if you don't, it can be a bit tricky. What you should really do is when these guys show up is jump to the previous platform, then shoot them from there like I do here. But if you're just charging through, you're most likely gonna die, because those guys drop down way too fast. But with Magnet Man's weapon, what it does, even though we're gonna get Magnet Man's weapon in, I don't know when we're gonna get actually. What it does is that it'll go forward from where you shoot it, and it'll go straight up or down to an enemy, which is rather useful, especially in this area. And as you can see, I'm probably sweating a bit right now. Luckily, the boss door is right here, but I can never beat Shadow Man without getting hit, because he's actually a rather tough robot master. So I just decided to die. For some reason, I find this menu kind of weird to control. You have to press A, you can't just press start to get out of it. Fatality. Anyway, now Top Man himself was weak to the... or Top Man... Shadow Man himself is weak to the top spin, but the thing is, as I mentioned before, the top spin is a melee weapon, which causes you to get hit very easily. And notice how I just wasted about 9/10 of my bar there? It all depends on how long you press down the button, so be careful when doing that, and I'm not ashamed to say that I use an E-Tank here, because, well, he's a rather good robot master in terms of difficulty. But keep your shot straight, and you should be able to take him out fairly easily with the top spin. And for beating him, we get the Shadow Blade, which is pretty much a slightly less powerful version of the Metal Blades from 2. It only goes about halfway through the screen, and you can shoot it in any direction except for down. And the diagonal down directions, pretty much. Fairly useful, actually, overall. It's still not as broken as the Metal Blades. Nothing ever will be. But I'm going to have to end things off here. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And next time on Let's Play Mega Man 3, we're going to be going after Sparkman. See you guys then.